So after we finish check the chart of the account, we need to exit and go back to the home screen so we can start the next transaction. By exiting from the current transaction, we need to click on the exit. And sometimes you need to click more than one time to go back. So exit and then exit. So now we are getting back to the home screen. I'm going to add a few new master data before we process the receipt and make the payments. In step 1 and 4, we'll create 3 new accounts and 1 vendor master data. For creating new accounts, you can follow the manual path or the transaction code is FS00 is all in the instruction sheet. And if you follow the manual path, I believe is still under the accounting, the main menu is still under accounting, then financial accounting, general ledger, we have let me see the general ledger and the master records. So master records, so general ledger and the master records, and then GL accounts and individual processing means we are adding the accounts one by one, okay, individually. And the transaction code you can see is centrally, so means this is the final transaction code. Okay, this is the transaction. You can double click from here, or you can directly enter the FS00 in the transaction box. So I'm going to just click on here, double click, and it's getting into the create new account page. And here I already did something, so I have some data, but let me delete this so we will be on the same page. So probably you see nothing, right? So you see nothing in the system. And this is the start. We are going to create new account which doesn't exist in the current chart of the list. For step 1, I'm going to create a new bank account. We already have 2 bank accounts, but I'm going to create another one so we'll have fund to make payments for the rent later from this bank account. So name your new account. Follow the 6 digits, okay, numerical values. 6 digits in your instruction. You should name your accounts 1, 0, okay, and then be careful. 0 pound, okay, that's your company code or your user ID, and then number 5. So 100 pound 5. Okay, so that's like the 00 pound. Okay, I'm creating mine, so be careful, don't copy mine. Use your own account number. You don't have this account number, so you wouldn't have a search result. Okay, so you can ignore this. So go back to this is going to be a new account. So it should be 100, then pound 5, and your company code. So US, okay, again to be consistent. Okay, that's your user ID. So mine is 25, and you should have your own 2 digits of user ID. So it's consistent. So it's telling the system under which company code I'm going to create this new bank account. And don't worry, okay, I have my payable because that's something I created before. Okay, so it will be changing later. Now, after you enter the basic information to see these menus, and the glass icon is a display, so means if you already have an account, you can display from here. Or if you already created a account and you want to edit the structure, you can click on the pen icon. If you are creating a brand new account, brand new, or even no structure to be copied, you can use this create a brand new. And our creation, I'm going to use this one, create with a template. Means I already have an account with a similar structure in the chart of the account. So I'm going to copy the structure of that account and apply to this new account for most of the information. Okay, so create with a template and then do some minor adjustment. So that saves us lots of the job. But that only can be done if you have something similar in the system. If you are creating, like I mentioned, a brand new, you probably need to use this one. Okay. So I'm going to click with template. Now telling the system which template you are trying to follow. And we are trying to follow the structure or copy the structure of our main bank account, okay, which is the 1000000. That's your main bank account. And then also telling the system either confirm, okay, because sometimes you may want to copy from your parent company or from other subsidiaries. So confirm I'm copying from my own company code, okay, my main bank account, okay, confirm this. So where you are copying from, and then continue. And now you can see the structure of your main bank account is copied to this new bank account with the account type, the name of the account group. And if you can want to check, those are the four main classifications of account under the SAP system. We have balance sheet account, non-operating expense, or income. That's like the one we show in the income statement. Then we have primary cost or revenues, then secondary cost, okay, for allocation purpose. Those account group are defined in the configuration stage. Okay, as I explained before, before you can use the SAP system, there are lots of configuration job has been done for the end users. For the end users can use this. For the end users can use the system. Okay, that's all set up before you check the system. And this is a liquid, okay, liquid account. So on the balance sheet, we have different, like, some more detailed classifications. And this is a liquid assets rather than fixed assets, or is not a material. And then you can slightly change from here the description of the account. You can put your, I believe in the instruction, you can put your company code. Okay, so like the short text, or I can say like a bank account. Okay, like just add some notes so it's differentiate from your main bank account. And all of the other menus indicate some other factors, okay, you can control for the bank account, like this field status group is also a configuration value. Okay, they already put it into the system. But for us, just change slightly of the descriptions, then save. So after you save, this new account will be saved in the company's chart of list. So next time when you pull the chart of list, you will see this new account added. So I'm going to save. And when everything goes well, you should see a confirmation message in the bottom of the screen. Okay, left side, that's normally the confirmation message or error message. So that's the interaction, okay, like system message display for the SAP. So that's step one. So let's exit. Actually, I can continue to create the reconciliation account in the page, okay, where we just left. But just showing you, For example, I just finished step 1 and log out, and then when I come back again, so I can continue work on the rest, the other steps. But a rules of thumb is don't stop in the middle of a transaction. For example, like I haven't saved my step 1 yet. So I haven't add or change something. Don't stop and save in the middle of a transaction, saying I can come back later to add to. It's not like a Word and Excel. Theoretically, you can do that, but practically it adds lots of inconvenience, and sometimes the data wouldn't be saved correctly. Okay, if you don't finish for the whole transaction type. So that's not something I recommend. So when you start on something, make sure you complete this step, okay, before you log out. So next time you can move on to the next step. So step 2, create another new account for the reconciliation. Same thing. Okay. If I stopped before, so after I re-log in, so I can continue from here. So click on this menu, pass again, or use the F as 00. And this time, because I just finished the bank account, so it still stay showing the old information, right? Don't worry. And this time we are going to change. So just change to the new account. So this will be a new reconciliation account. I already have something, don't worry, you shouldn't have this. Okay. So 11, okay, this one is 11, 0, pound, 5 is a accounts payable account, or account like trade payable. We are going to copy our main accounts payable structure to this new account. And here again, make sure is US your company code or your user ID to be consistent with the account name, 6 digits, and then the company code. Again, we are going to copy from an existing account structure with template. And the main account we are copying is the 300000, which is our main accounts payable, trading accounts payable. Okay, this one. And then again, your company code. To continue, and you can see it's also a balance sheet account, but this is a reconciliation account. It's all configured. And again, you can add your company code, okay, as a annotation to differentiate from the main accounts payable. You can leave it. This wouldn't affect the operation of the account. Okay, just as a short explanation. And you may have some different control choices for the accounts payable, which is different from the bank account. Okay, but we can skip those already set up. So that's a nice thing to use a template. So save. So again, so data saved. From here, I'm going to skip step 3, which is the creation of a new expense account. You can follow the instruction in the menu in the instruction page, and you can continue from here. Okay, like rather than exit and come back, unless you need to log off, so you can continue erase this and add something. I believe is 74 something, so you can add that account and copy from your existing rental expense and then save the data. Okay, similar. But maybe let me finish this. It won't take long. So step 3. Okay. So this one I'm going to name 755. Okay, 75 because all expenses starting from 7. So 750 pound 5. And the company code I wouldn't change. So it's still 25. So it's consistent. And then this template and the main account I'm following is 740300, which is our main rental expense. So when you actually work, you may not need this new account, but for learner, just showing you the way you create a new account. So we are creating a new rental expense, copying from the existing rental expense, and then continue. And you can see the account type changed from balance sheet to primary cost or revenue. It is configured. And this is a profit and loss account. Is something we show in the income statement. Again, you can put a note to the description parts and save. So by here we finished step 1 to 3, creating the 3 new, the new accounts in the chart of the account. So we can use the account we just created to handle the rental invoice and make payments later. Okay. But before we can do that, we need one more master data, which is a vendor master. So for that one, I must exit because that one I need to start from a different menu path. Okay, exit. And go back to here. So I'm going back, okay, to withdraw all of the menus, okay, to go back to the home screen. For step 4, so maybe let me stop the recording and then do that.